What's up guys, it's Average Owl making average content for the average viewer, and today, finally, we have something, a little glimmer of something that can break up the monotony, that can finally quell our thirst in this FPS drought that we are currently suffering through. And that is news of a brand new IP coming from Ubisoft called Tom Clancy's XDefiant. Now, in the background I'm going to try and have the trailer playing, but there probably won't be any sound for copyright reasons, but they're also doing a live stream currently that is probably over, and you can watch it as a video on demand on Ubisoft's page right now as we speak. Now, obviously I should probably address the elephant in the room. This is a first-person shooter that is coming out by Ubisoft, so I mean, maybe we should tailor our expectations to that fact, because if we're completely honest with ourselves, Ubisoft haven't really brought out a decent game for a decade. But alas, I'm trying not to come into this with negative thoughts, and I'm actually quite excited for how this game looks. Now, if you're not on Twitter, then you probably haven't seen anything about this, but over the last 24 hours, we have actually had some glimpses of gameplay posted by a number of outlets such as IGN, Prestigious Key, and a few others, and they've posted sort of 15 to 30 seconds of gameplay of this game, and actually it does look pretty interesting. The only way that I can describe it is on the first look at things, it looks like Call of Duty's gunplay mixed with a sort of Overwatch / Valorant-esque hero system. And in the trailer that they've just released, this is almost sort of confirmed. It's basically like a mashup between lots of different things, characters, entities, gadgets that have come from throughout the Tom Clancy universe. Now, for a lot of people, when you say Tom Clancy, you sort of think, oh yeah, that's awesome, really tactical, slow-paced, immersive military shooters. And I mean, this game is not that. It's definitely not that. And they say in the trailer that the gameplay will consist of 4 main factions that you can choose to play from, each of which with their own abilities and their own ultimates, if you like. I think this will be more like Overwatch in the abilities rather than specialists from Call of Duty from Black Ops 4 or something like that. So I think it's actually going to have quite a strong emphasis on these abilities. But the difference between this and something like Valorant or Overwatch is that the guns actually seem to be grounded in somewhat of a modern reality. The guns that we've seen in this trailer actually look pretty good, and the models look absolutely awesome, to be honest with you. They say in the trailer that it's a focus on realistic gunplay, and although we have seen some snippets of gameplay whereby the guns do look like they have a certain amount of weight to them, the recoil and the sort of gunplay is a lot more akin to something like Call of Duty rather than something a little bit more realistic like Escape from Tarkov or Squad or even CSGO and Valorant. The recoil patterns and such really don't look that realistic. However, I want to take a step back and look at this from an outside point of view, someone who's coming into this completely neutral. I obviously have my own reservations when it comes to games like this. I mean, how many times in the past have we heard of the new Call of Duty killer, which this clearly looks like it's trying to be. It clearly looks like it's trying to be the new 6v6 arena game that is going to come and absolutely smash Call of Duty out of the water, when in reality, I mean, very few games have actually tried to do this. And I've said this in a video fairly recently, the only thing that I believe is going to kill Call of Duty will be Call of Duty itself. But with that being said, this does leave this game in a very weird space in the market. At the moment, the only Call of Duty experience that we have that is relevant is Black Ops Cold War, which is currently, well, dead in the water. And we haven't got anything else coming until late in the autumn when Halo Infinite, the new Call of Duty, whatever shit that turns out to be, and Battlefield 2042 release. So at the moment, it could be an absolutely amazing time to bring out a game like this. Now, they have said that the game is going to be free to play, and if you want to sign up, you can use the link in the description of their video to sign up for an early access to the game on the 5th of August, I think, where we'll be testing the game before it goes into a full release. Now, obviously with these sorts of games, it will probably release in what they will call an early access / beta stage. So, I mean, at least for the first few months, we probably can't expect it to run amazingly. Obviously, it's going to run better than your average beta, your average early access game, because it is coming from Ubisoft, a AAA title. So I'm thinking more along the lines of when Apex Legends launched. We had a few teething problems, a few issues that arose when the game came out, but overall it was a fairly polished and pretty good game. Now, the thing is with this game is, funnily enough, it's not a battle royale game. There is no battle royale mode mentioned whatsoever, and it seems like there's purely just an objective based team deathmatch style game modes that we'll be able to play. Now, Now, they've said that there are 4 factions in the game. These factions are Echelon, Outcasts, Cleaners, and Wolves, and each of them is tied to a more classic combat role. I think they said something like the Outcasts will be healers, the Wolves will be tanks, the Echelon will be a classic support style class, and the Cleaners will be your assault style class. Now, in the trailer, they do show each of these subclasses with a little glimpse as to what their ultimate might be. For example, the Cleaner guy has a massive flamethrower, so I'm guessing that that is some sort of class specific trait or ultimate, and some guys can turn invisible, that sort of thing. I mean, look, if you're coming from Call of Duty, then you might have a bit of a sour taste in your mouth from specialists and the way that they were used and their ultimates and how annoying that sort of cheese could be. And I do think that there is a risk that that could happen with this game too. But with that being said, if it is balanced correctly and we get something that can synergize with other people similar to how we use the hero systems in Overwatch and Valorant, or even Rainbow Six Siege, which Ubisoft obviously also made, then it actually could turn out to be quite a decent game. But obviously this is just my first impressions, this is just my first sort of rambling thoughts as I've just literally this second finished watching the trailer. So I think I will be covering some more of this game as the story progresses and as we get further into the development cycle and eventually get to play this game. So if you are interested in that, then make sure you hit subscribe so you can stick around and get notified when I upload a next video about this. But anyway, for those of you who have watched my videos for a while, you'll know that I love to see who sticks around until the end. So if you're still here, I'd like you to let me know by answering this question down in the comments. Have you watched the XDefiant trailer, and if so, is it something that you think you are likely to play? Anyway, that's it from me today. I'm Average Joel. Peace.